Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I'm here on the show, and I'm here to talk about some NFL, a bit of NFL news. I done two yesterday, there's a lot of news to get to that I think over the last few days, but I want to get to some today, or tonight here, before the Warriors game, so I can just chill and watch the Warriors game, so I don't have to worry about doing the NFL news. So, we just got some breaking news about an hour ago. The hashtag Chiefs are signing linebacker Drue Tranquill to a 3-year extension, per at Schultz Report. They really need him back because I found he's one of their more underrated defensive players. Him and Nick Bolton at linebacker is good, and they're really running it back. They're really bringing everybody back. Andy Reid's on board back next year. Travis Kelce. It looks like Chris Jones could be back. L'Jarius Sneed. There's 3 Pete's picking up steam. It's going to happen, I feel. A solid deal because he played great down the stretch of the season. It's a 3-year deal, but there's no details on like money. But you need to keep Chris Jones as well. If they keep Chris Jones, I think they might 3-peat, honestly. So per your report from Ian Rappaport, the hashtag Jaguars and standout guard Brandon Scherff are closing out on a restructured contract that will keep him in Jacksonville. Per that rap sheet, so Jacksonville's locking in both Ezra Cleveland, which I'll talk about that extension, and now Brandon Scherff. So it looks like they're keeping those two on their offensive line. I mean, I don't know if you can use the word standout when describing the weakest part of your 31st ranked offensive line. He's kind of mid. He's not a standout anymore. His best days are behind him. Per your report, the hashtag Seahawks are actively working to re-sign defensive lineman Leonard Williams before free agency begins, says GM John Schneider. And quote, he played great. We're trying to get him back. We'd love to have him back. He's definitely a priority for us. We're in the negotiations right now. The agents know how we feel. We're trying to retain him, no doubt. So they're trying to re-sign Leonard Williams before free agency. I don't think they should let him go. I think they should keep him. I think it'll probably be like a 1-2 year deal if it does happen. He's going to be asking for that amount, though, say like 2 years, $30 million. I think it should be like 2 years, $15 million if they re-sign him. But we'll just have to see what the Seahawks do, but I think they'll ultimately re-sign Leonard Williams. So, the Rams today re-signed star guard Kevin Dotson on a 3-year deal worth $48 million per at Schultz Report. I mean, because he's a good player. He was the top-rated guard in the league. They just need a center now. Actually, the top-rated guard, I think, was Chris Lindstrom. But this guy, I think, was one of the top-rated guards in the league because he's good. I think he deserves it. He had the second-best PFF grade among all offensive guards in the league. And he was a lead in McVay's scheme and a very decent contract on the lower end of what was expected. So I think it's a good deal because he's one of the top-rated offensive linemen last year. So 3 years, $48 million for Kevin Dotson. So we had some big news today out of Chicago. So they either yesterday, I think in one of the news videos yesterday, I talked about Jalen Johnson, how they're expecting to have the franchise tag. Well, they signed him to a massive extension. The hashtag Bears are signing star cornerback Jalen Johnson to a 4-year, $76 million extension per that Schultz Report. Paid exactly what he deserves. I was kind of worried the Bears, weren't going to re-sign him, but they really need to re-sign him because he's their best player in the secondary, and he's paid exactly what he deserves. And maybe they have a chance to win the offseason, depending on how their draft goes. I think they done a good thing here, re-signing Jalen Johnson. They really have a chance to win this offseason, depending on how their draft goes. See what they do with, the number 1 pick, Caleb Williams possibly, Justin Fields, what do they do with Justin Fields? It just depends what they do, but great. I think it's a great contract for Jalen Johnson. So some news. Today out of New Orleans, the hashtag Saints and star safety Tyrann Mathieu have agreed on a new contract that keeps him in New Orleans for the next 2 years per at Nick Underhill. Man, where the hell are the Saints getting this money? Like, they were so far in the cap. But I guess somehow they have money. But My safety actually got a deal this year and didn't get released. But I guess with the money, I don't know what money. I think it's a renegotiated deal, because they're still like negative 15 million, I think. But I forgot this dude still plays. I mean, he's still a solid safety. But safety actually got a deal this offseason. So, Raiders defensive end Max Crosby, he talked about the, quote, Mahomes rule that the team has adopted. He knows I'm coming for him. It's not malicious. Play the game the right way, but we play with ill intent and we play violent. Not malicious, but playing with ill intent are directly contradictory statements. So we got some news today. The hashtag Dolph out of Miami. The hashtag Dolphins are signing tight end Jonnu Smith to a 2-year deal worth approximately $10 million per Adam Schefter. I mean, it's a solid move because he's a solid tight end. We'll talk about this, but it's college football. I guess it mentions something NFL. Fox Sports will broadcast a college football game every Friday on their network, per Andrew Marchand. The move further concentrates the network around football with Friday night and Saturday centered on the college game, and Sunday featuring the NFL. That's a massive W for college football. Having a game on Friday. We get Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and then Monday football? And Friday football, with high school? There should be some pretty dope college games on Fridays. So, there was kind of some drama today. So, this report here from Jeff Duncan. The hashtag Saints plan to release wide receiver Michael Thomas soon, per at Jeff Duncan. It's just kind of quickly how far he fell off. Or how quickly, because, of injuries, the lingering foot issue. And then just severely impacted by injuries. And I think he's a good receiver. He just really got impacted by the injuries. But who will sign him, though? But the report basically is like, oh yeah, basically he's calling it clickbait, yada yada yada. The report was probably unnecessary, but him doing this isn't helping. Kind of being a drama queen was Michael Thomas, I thought. On X, Twitter, Zitter, whatever you want to call it. It seemed like he was a little upset. And the guy got paid for years to barely play, and now he's mad. I mean, he might get released, and it seems that's why he's mad here. I mean, the injuries, he's getting up there in age. He just can't stay healthy. I mean, it's just simple as that. And he's like, oh yeah, this guy's broke. I mean, he's like, buddy, you got paid to barely play football. Calm down, Michael Thomas. You need to get a reality check, buddy. You're a slant boy. For that 1 year, you had a good year, and then you were made of glass every year. Calm down, Michael Thomas. You're not that guy, pal. And he probably will get released. So today, per report, the hashtag Steelers are releasing veteran safety Canu Neal, per at J Fowler ESPN. He failed a physical designation. So yeah, he got released. Man, he was a dog in those early Falcons days. But it's like the league always put out a memo to release all the safeties. Like, everybody's getting fucking released. It feels like every running back and every safety this year in free agency, or going into free agents, or some people you thought were re-signed, say like Canu Neal and other guys. All the safeties and running backs are apparently going to be free agents. It's going to be a stacked safety and a running back class. So, per report today, more Steelers news. The hashtag Steelers are interested in signing Russell Wilson and will meet with him prior to free agency, per at Gary Dulac. And the interest there is apparently mutual. So, here we go with the Steelers and Russell Wilson. A team I've mentioned for Russell Wilson. And I think it can happen. It's probably his best fit at this point. I don't think he's going to go anywhere else. I think he's better than Kenny Pickett at this point. And it's funny because once he was benched last year, you kind of look at the Steelers roster, and I think with him at QB, maybe they become a playoff team immediately the way Tomlin did with subpar QB play all year. Like, they made the playoffs with subpar QB play. I don't think Russell Wilson's that good anymore, but I think even at this point, he's still better than Kenny Pickett right now. But I think he'll go to the Steelers. So I was talking about Ezra Cleveland. Today the Jaguars are signing guard Ezra Cleveland, I beg your pardon, to a 3-year, $28.5 million contract extension. and $14.5 million guaranteed. His PFF was below 50. I don't know. It's kind of a lot of money for a guy that's not really that good. Sorry. PFF grade below 50? Yikes. So, per Saquon Barkley to the hashtag Eagles is a, quote, real possibility, and there's mutual interest from both sides, says R.Y. Dunleavy. I've had hashtag Eagles on my list of landing spots for weeks. Hashtag Cowboys, too. Man, this man hates the Giants. I'm not going to buy this report. Because he's not going to a division rival for a team that's kicked his ass, the Giants' ass, last few years. He's going to go to either the Texans or the Ravens. At least, to me, he's not going to the damn Eagles. And the Cowboys aren't even on his list of teams. I mean, that'd probably be a crazy offense, but I think he's going to Texans or Ravens. I think his report is just from a guy who hates the damn Giants. So, some really shocking news today. The hashtag Broncos are releasing star safety Justin Simmons. Per Adam Schefter, I get he's 30 years old. But the NFL is so strange with the cuts. Like, Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer, Justin Simmons. Like, I don't know why they released them. Maybe they released them to get into a bit. I think that's what they were doing. They could have just restructured the contract. Instead, they just flat out released them. So, I don't know about this move. He's a good player, but I mean, he's definitely a star. Like, he's been good. I don't know why they released him. But yeah, that's all the news from today. I'll go over a few more things. The Bills re-signed safety Taylor Rapp to a 3-year, $14.5 million deal per at Rap Sheet last night. And they also signed Mitchell Trubisky. They still have a team in Buffalo? Thought they cut everybody. He's the only one left in the building at this point. So they re-signed Taylor Rapp. Is Taylor Rapp even good? Like, he's mid. They signed Mitchell Trubisky. Basically. The Bills also, the last thing I'll talk about, they're saving $8.6 million cap space by reworking the contract of pass rusher Von Miller per at Field Yates. He can earn up to $20 million this season if he hits certain incentives. Yeah, they needed to do this because he wasn't good last year, so they had to restructure and save like $8 million in the cap. But the last thing I want to talk about here was teams. Rumors. Teams interested in trading up for J.J. McCarthy believe they will have to jump the hashtag Vikings to get him. A source told at the Destin Adams. The last topic from yesterday that I didn't talk about last night because some of these four things come out when I ended the second NFL news. But I'm pretty confident at this point whoever lands McCarthy is going to trade up. We believe his floor is at 11 to Minnesota. And we won't be shocked if they moved up themselves to make sure they land him. I don't know. NFL reporting is such dog shit. This offseason, I've heard the Vikings are going literally after every single quarterback in this draft. I swear, people just make up shit. I think every quarterback in this class, the top few, are better than J.J. McCarthy. I don't like J.J. McCarthy. I don't think he's maybe even a second or third round guy. Like, I think he's maybe a fourth or fifth round guy at this point. And I don't understand why his value keeps going up. I was not impressed with the combine. I saw the clips. He didn't have a good combine. And you look at the tape, it shows little deep ball accuracy. I think it's just a media hype. Which, you know, they can buy the team. Say if they draft J.J. McCarthy high and he's a bust, they could get fired. I don't think he's gonna be that good. I think if he gets drafted really high, yeah, I'll laugh. I'll make fun of whoever drafts him that high. Yeah, that's all to say for this video. So until next time, I'm out. Peace. Enjoy your night. And I'll have the Warriors recap when that game ends.